Hi again, my YouTube artists. We're on to second lesson here. Okay, we learned about being square. We also have a dominant eye. When I say you're squaring up to your dominant eye. Not so big a deal if you're working on a big thing, but you should realize you have a dominant eye. And the way to do that is to hold your finger in front of yourself and look at something past it, okay? Don't look at your finger. Look at something past your finger, and you will see two fingers. Okay, my dominant eye is my right eye. So when I look out there, the finger I see on the left side seems to never move. And unless I cover my right eye, then it suddenly jumps. That's how you know. So that's your dominant eye. Now, let's talk more about the squaring up. This is a projector that I have. I don't know if you can see that. This is a projector. Now, a projector is a camera in reverse. So I talked to you about how the camera works and how you have to, when you're shooting artwork or shooting something in the flat, and I'll use that word, in the flat. The flat means either from a painting or a photo or something, anything that's flat. You've got to get the camera squared up with the canvas. And the same thing in the way I'm going to show you the effects of this, I'm going to use a projector. A projector is just the reverse of a camera. It takes the image and shoots it out instead of the image coming into the camera. It's kind of the opposite. So this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to get a piece of cardboard here, and I'm going to draw a circle on it, and I'm going to draw a square around the circle. And the way we can do that is just to check the measurement of the width, the height. Ooh, perfect. So that's square. So that is now square to the paper. And for grins, I'm going to draw that on there. Let me get a pencil here and draw it on, a little dark pencil. So the projector is square over the paper. That's where we want our eye to be when we're working on a canvas or a paper. Okay, so now what we'll do is I'll tip this easel back and we'll move with the projector until we'll get one side to be right, like the bottom, and we'll see what happens to the top. So we'll duplicate that by releasing the easel and tipping this back. Okay. So now the bottom matches, and here's what we end up with. Okay. I will draw this again. All right, I'd like to do it in a different color. Get up. Okay. So this is going to be red. So now you're just off by a little bit of an angle, as if you were sitting at a table. Okay, so let me turn on the light and I'll show you the difference. Turn off the projector. The black one in here is the square to the image, square to the paper view. There's the real circle right there. And this, the red line, which comes up here and out and warps the circle into this strange oval, and it bends the outside of the square, starts getting bent outward to a wide top. It's wider at the top. All right, so here's what it's supposed to be at the middle of it, and you can see it's now gained at the top. It's gained 3/4 of an inch compared to the bottom. So that's what happens. So if you're not squared up to your paper, okay, I mean, theoretically, you could draw two things laying flat. If you were drawing from the flat, in other words, from like a photo or another painting, to a flat one, and you were looking at them both the same, at the same angle to your eye, technically, you'd draw it, and when you straightened it out, it will look right. But what would happen here is that you're looking at something maybe an object, and you're drawing it on your paper laying down in front of you on a table, and you're not square to it, you're drawing it too tall, and then it's warped from the bottom to the top. It's warping outward. So there you go. You don't want to do that. So I've got a painting. I've got a portrait here, and I'm going to work from the portrait. The portrait has to be square to my eye, and what I'm duplicating it on, or another canvas, has to be square to my eye, so that you're not seeing the thing distorted. I mean, if you lay this down, now your view of this is distorted. So you want both things to be square to your eye. That's the rule. I mean, that's the important thing. So not only what your canvas you're working on, but the flat work that you're doing it from. So a lot of times if you're going to do portraits from, say, photos, you want to have two easels. You want to have an easel for your canvas, and you want to also have your portrait somehow set next to you, or on a little table with a stand that's adjustable. Everything's got to be squared to the eye when you're sketching. Now, when you're sketching and it's in your hand, it's very easy to be doing this. And now my eye is square to the center of the page. But when you work on something larger, you need an easel like I have over here or behind me. You can get that squareness by tipping the easel like I just did here. This tips and locks into place. And so like this easel doesn't go any higher right now. So how do I do it? Well, I can either tip the easel back, which now makes that right angle, stand right here and be square, to the center of this page, or I need to raise it up, like something like that. I can raise it up, and then I can tip this back down, and I can work on it. So now the center of this is still square to my eye. So now I can be drawing up here. So that's that. That's why you got to do it. This drawing is a perfect example of what happens. You don't want that to happen.